Greetings and thank you for joining us for another Trending Now video with GrowerTalks and Green Profit. This is where we talk about cool new products and solutions, and I know you've got some for us. I'm your host, Bill Calkins. I'm senior editor of GrowerTalks, and I'm here with Broch Martindale from Corteva. And you went to school right up the road, didn't you?
Yeah, up here at Ohio State, yeah.
And we're actually on the floor at Cultivate, which is our industry's biggest trade show. It's kind of our Super Bowl for our industry. And we've done this before, right? We did this last year?
Absolutely, and it was a good time to connect because everybody's here celebrating this awesome industry.
Exactly. And so I've got some questions for you about summer crops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's really what's in production right now. And some of the solutions that you found for some challenges that growers have run into this year and over the past however number of years that they've been growing. So what kind of summer crops do you want to talk about, and maybe some of the key challenges?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in the green industry, we're always thinking about that next crop of what we're doing. And so like, what are we talking about now is really, mums, and believe it or not, poinsettias are either already here or just about to be here. So yeah, I think those are probably the two things that we're seeing the most. We were out on the tours yesterday and saw mums galore. So yeah, absolutely, certainly time to start talking about them.
And you're right, poinsettias are shipping. They are landing on docks as we speak.
Yep.
And when you think about, let's start with mums.
Okay.
When you think about garden mum production, what are some of the, most common challenges from whether it's insects or pathogens or, other issues that come up year to year, and maybe some of the solutions that you have for growers when they give you that inevitable call?
Yeah, so I mean, I think about mums, and I think about two things that I think growers really struggle with. We see a lot of leps, chewing up chrysanthemums, and that's certainly something that Corteva has a solution for. I think both in conserve insecticide and also with XXpire as well. Has really good lep control.
And when in the crop stage do you see them mostly? Is it early in prop, or is it later down the line?
Definitely not in prop. Usually it's later on, once everything's outside and spaced, and especially as the crop gets, canopy tight, then it becomes even more of an issue because they just can move from one plant to the next.
And when you talk about conserve and XXpire, right, is that what you mentioned? What are they applied individually? Are they mixed? Or what does that solution look like for a grower? How do they go about using those products?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think about XXpire, and if you're out there trying to control other pests, so maybe you've got leps, but you also may have some thrips or something else, or aphids or something on the crop, I think that's the place where XXpire would shine at. It's really broad spectrum. But if you're really just targeting like one pest, like leps or just thrips, I think conserve's really a good solid choice.
Okay, and then I would think when you're using a broader spectrum, that's going to save time and money, right?
Absolutely, and I think that's what's on the growers' minds right now too. I mean, a lot of times people talk to me about, a product could be more expensive. However, when it is so broad spectrum and you don't have to tank mix, that's where those products really shine.
That makes a lot of sense, and saving money and labor, I think, is on everybody's mind.
Absolutely.
For sure, especially with a crop like mums where maybe the margins aren't huge.
Slim. Yeah.
Let's talk about poinsettias.
Yeah.
What are some of the main, we know some of the usual suspects, right? But
absolutely. So I think about poinsettias, and I don't know any grower that hasn't grown poinsettias without whitefly challenges. And so hands down, XXpire is an awesome product late in the production cycle, even right before shipping, even on colored bracts. And I think that's where it shines at. We get calls every year about what can I do that's safe. We've got some good literature around our crop safety, and I think that's where that product shines at. But another challenge in poinsettias is powdery mildew. And so powdery mildew has good solutions through Eagle. That's a kind of a oldie but goodie, but at the same time, it does a great job of knocking out powdery mildew.
And we were actually talking about an actual greenhouse situation that you encountered this year where whiteflies had gotten out of control. Yeah. What is the application of these products? Is it an over the top? Is it a drench?
So everything for the most part, we're talking about lots of sprays in general. We do have some fungicides that have some ability to drench, but in this case, definitely way to control was through spray.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate this. Are there any other challenges that you see in the summer that are common that growers need help with?
I mean, commonly we'll see chrysanthemum rust as an issue, and so we certainly, again, that Eagle plays a role in that as well. Obviously, it's not much help on the after effects of, but again, getting ahead of it and being able to protect the plant ahead, that's an absolute great resource.
And how early on in production do you need to start thinking about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a weather driven. So it's unfortunately, I can't just give you a date. It's as those weather conditions kind of hit in, but we see that a lot, kind of in that mid-season of production.
And I think of chrysanthemum white rust as really a problem in the Northeast. Is it a problem elsewhere in the country?
Northeast is probably the place where I see it the most and hear about it the most. In fact, there's other places where the weather is just perfect for growing mums and not much of an issue at all.
Excellent. And when we talk about Corteva as a company, you guys have product reps and folks across all of North America or all the U.S.?
We've got a whole team of folks that are out in the field from coast to coast, and those guys are out visiting with growers and distributors and helping growers find solutions.
And when I think of Corteva, I do think of a really solid technical team and excellent resources. A lot of those are available online. If folks don't happen to be here at the trade show and have an opportunity to talk to everyone in the booth, where can they find those resources?
So look for Corteva Turf and Ornamental, and that'll direct them right to the landing page for all the Corteva products labeled for ornamentals.
Excellent. Well, Broch, thank you so much. As always, you give great information in a concise, understandable way.
Great.
Truly appreciate it.
Yep.
And if you want to hear more from Broch, we have recorded a number of videos that you can find on YouTube, and we have gone in depth on mums and poinsettias very recently. So I'll put links to that in the notes for this video. But again, thank you. And on behalf of Grower Talks and Green Profit and Corteva, thanks for watching this Trending Now video, and jump back in the archives because we have a lot more Trending Now videos on our YouTube channel.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You too. How long was it? It was 6.5. About 8 to 6.